Okay, hello everybody. This is Lama Caroline. We're going to do first the NgalSo preliminary practices, and then we will continue to look at Lama Ganchen beautiful teaching on NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2. Okay, but first the preliminary practice. We're going to talk about time today, which is why we've got that here. Okay, I'm going to use the preliminary practices from this one, but anyway, they're in the beginning of all NgalSo sadhana. Yeah, so we can do together. Okay. Namo Gurubhye Namo Buddhaya Namo Dhammaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Gurubhye Namo Buddhaya Namo Dhammaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Gurubhye Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Triratnaya. Sangye Chedan Sogi Chonamla, Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi. Dagi Jinsogi Pesonanki Drola Panchi Sangye Drupasho Sangye Choda Sogi Chonamla Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi Dagi Jinsogi Pesonanki Drola Panchi Sangye Drupasho. In the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until enlightenment. Through the practice of generosity and the other perfections, may we become Buddhas for the benefit of all sentient beings. 7 limitless meditations. Samchen tamche dewa dan dewe gyudan dempa gyuchi. Samchen tamche dunyel dan dunyel gi gyudan drawa gyuchi. Samchen tamche dunyel mepe dewa dami drawa gyuchi. Samchen tamche nyerin jada nidan trawe tamnyon la nepa gyuchi. Samchen tamche lusengi dunele soshin trayun lusen dawadan dempa gyuchi. Samchen tamchen NgalSo tochin china no chukoyu danshin samane gyuchi. Samchen tamche da zambuli gikedo dadan chinagi shide dan dukun dempa gyuchi. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings never be separated from the great happiness that is beyond all misery. May all beings dwell in equanimity, unaffected by attraction to dear ones and aversion to others. May all beings recover from the sicknesses of mind and body pollution and enjoy relative and absolute health now and forever. May all beings relax in a pure and healthy outer and inner environment now and forever. May all beings enjoy inner and world peace now and forever. Tamche duni sashita semala sohome pada la tiotanya bedurye ranchi jampone gyuchi la dami chupese no susham dani kitru kunzan chutrin laname nanke kankun kya gyuchi. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasawa Pramadani Tathagataya Ahate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Benze Benze Maha Benze Mahateta Benze Mahavidya Benze Mahabodhicitta Benze Mahabodhis Mandopa Sankramana Benze Sawakama Awarana Bishudana Benze Soha Kuncho Sungi Tempadan Sangitan Janchu Sempa Tamche Gijingi Aladan So NgalSo so penadan Chempodan Juki Nampa Dachi Sangi Mikyape Togi Deshin Yidugyuji. By the truth power of the three jewels and the blessings of all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas, as well as the great strength generated by the two accumulations, and by the power of the pure and inconceivable Dhammadhatu, may these offerings become real. Malu sem chen kungi gungyu chin du de pun hemi se jon se la no na malu ya da ken gyu pe chom den ku hene di she su so go sun gu pe go ne cha se lo no sha yi tro chu pa malu bu Top mene sa di tun tam che sha ke pa ge wahanam la je ram ko wa ma to ba du le shu ne dro la chu ki ko lo ko wa dam da shen je nan jan chu chen po no Sashipa ki joshi meto tram riran li shi ni te gyampa di sangye shin tu mi te bo wagi roku nanda hashin la chupa sho idam guru ratna mandala kam niryatayami Lama Gyawa Shakya Tupala Chaselo Chutu Kyaso Chiwo Jingi Laptu So Lama Ken Trinchen Sawe Lama Ken Kyabne Kuntu Lama Ken Trinchen Sawe Lama Ken Kyabne Kuntu Lama Ken Locho Sampo Pelgyu Tashipa Tuchen Tempe Trinleya Noda Pegedro Losam Pese Pachen Palden la mehesha blaso wade Oma Guru Vadratahara Suhumati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Homo Maguru Vadradahara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttapahadanya Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Homo Maguru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Pakya ke kudan dagilu Pakya ke sunda dagina Pakya ke tudan dagi Dunya mechi tu jingilo Makya ke kudan dagilu Makya ke sunda dagina Magya Ketu Dagi Tanyamachi Tu Jingilo Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakya Munye Soha Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakya Munye Soha Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakya Munye Soha Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Okay, hello everybody. Hope you're all well this week. Hope everybody's okay. Not too many problems. Yeah, everybody's managing in the pandemic. Yeah, and as Rinpoche said, may big problems become small problems and then disappear. Okay. So we're going to continue with Rinpoche La's beautiful teaching on NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2. Okay, this is my old copy. Yeah. And we're in the preliminary practice section, the seven astrological healing practice section, yeah. And actually, we were within the section of Kala Chakra, yeah. Very important, beautiful teaching within Vajrayana Buddhism. So let's just see where we got to last time, okay? Okay, so last time, in my book at least, we got to page 80. And we were talking about, last time we were talking about the astrological level, yeah? So this is talking about Kala Chakra, astrological level, outer Kala Chakra, inner Kala Chakra, alternative Kala Chakra. Actually, many, many different ways of looking, yeah? So before we start, let me just share with you one thing I found in my notes this afternoon that Rinpoche said about astrology. That's very nice, yeah? Okay, so actually, in the early 90s, we made a Mensikang in Kumpen Lama Genshin in Milano, thanks to Lama Genshin Rinpoche, and also he invited Dr. Passang and some other teachers and doctors, teachers medicine as astrology, yeah. So we were very, very fortunate at that time, yeah. So anyway, so in the 1994, Rinpoche La, he said, for thousands of years, we Buddhists have researched the inner world, yeah. And he said, Tibetan medicine astrology is a very deep level of healing, yeah? The outer world, the container, and its contents, yeah? In Tibetan we say ne chu, container and contents, yeah? So the outer world, the container, and its contents, all beings, yeah? Are reflected in our own body, yeah? Also, our own body is the container, and the contents is our own mind, our chakras, the bacteria, and many other inner phenomena, yeah? And he said, we have reached a high level of technology, yeah? But we haven't found a solution to suffering. So, therefore, we need new methods, yeah? Or at least new methods for us in the modern society, okay? Mensi, that means medicine and astrology, yeah? Is Guru Buddha Shakyamuni's dedication to all beings. All these teachings, these practices have an ancient lineage, an ancient energy level. Also, many techniques, many methods to take care of the 5 elements, yeah? So this is important for our own health, yeah? Therefore, astrology is very important, and we can use it to take care of our own health, our business, of everything, yeah? So on many, many different levels, the Mensi, the medicine and astrology teachings are useful, yeah? Which is why Lama Genshin Rinpoche included them within his NgalSo self-healing system, yeah? Okay. It's not that they're not in other forms of Tibetan Buddhism, of course they are, but Rinpoche, somehow he emphasized this part of the teachings, which perhaps wasn't so manifest in many other like sanghas and things, yeah? Although, I mean, some they are, of course, yeah? So anyway, we're very lucky, no? So we were on the last time we read this part of the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, which was the astrology level, and this thing about my body is the mandala, like just what Rinpoche was saying. No, my body is a mandala of the universe. Bless me to transform it into a pure container of spiritual life energy, like a pure crystal. Yeah, okay. And so on, explaining all the different parts of our body, our Kala chakra body, yeah? And how they relate to the planets, the nakshastras, the lunar mansions, the elements, and all kinds of incredible things. Yeah, okay. And then the last thing we read was, bless me to realize the year is the Shambhala king, the 24 solar and lunar months are his 24 ministers, the days are the army of Shambhala warriors, and that the hours and seconds are their powerful weapons, yeah? Thus may we become free from linear time, experience the past, present, and future in the eternal now, and dance in the sphere of timelessness, yeah? Okay, very interesting, very cryptic, yeah? So I thought I'd continue to talk about that particular paragraph today, okay? So, therefore, what we need is this. Okay, this is Lama Tsongkhapa commentary, okay, Ocean of Reasoning. This is Lama Tsongkhapa, so important, so beautiful commentary on Nagarjuna's Mula Madhyamika Karikas, root stanza on the middle way, yeah? So, seeing as we all call ourselves Gelugpa, if you haven't got one of these, you should have one, yeah? We always say, oh, I'm Gelugpa, I like Lama Tsongkhapa, yeah? I do Migsema, yeah? I like Lamrim Chenmo, but Lama Tsongkhapa made incredible things, yeah? Okay? So, okay, this is in English, yeah, okay, but so beautiful, yeah. So actually, we should sell this in our shop in Albaniano. So important, so beautiful. Lama Tsongkhapa's works are fantastic, yeah. Also, actually, Lama Tsongkhapa made an incredible commentary on Guya Samaja. We need to sell all his books in our shops, yeah. But anyway, this is called Ocean of Reasoning, a great commentary on Nagarjuna's Mula Madhyamika Karikas by Lama Tsongkhapa, translated by Geshe Nawang Samton and J. Garfield. Wonderful, yeah, okay. So, Lama Tsongkhapa, who is the founder of our Gelugpa tradition, we're in NgalSo, no? NgalSo Ganda Nyingu, yeah. So we're like we're very lucky. We're a branch of the wonderful Gelugpa tradition, yeah, founded by Lama Tsongkhapa. So Lama Tsongkhapa was an incredible great master in the 14th century in Tibet, yeah. And he, of course, had many incredible qualities. But one thing that Lama Tsongkhapa did is that he looked back to the works of the Indian masters like Nagarjuna, Chandrakirti, Aryadeva, Buddhapalita, yeah? And he brought those like more strongly into, let's say, into Tibetan Buddhism, yeah. So when Lord Buddha taught the Prajna Paramita, the perfection of wisdom, yeah, on Mass Vulture's mountain, yeah, to a great assembly of monks and bodhisattvas and so on. Incredible teaching, yeah, fantastic, yeah. But the thing is, it was like kind of a little bit, let's say, too high for everybody, yeah, basically. I mean, okay, for the bodhisattvas, it was okay, for the, like Manjushri and Chenrezig and those kind of people. But for the most of the audience, they just couldn't, it was too much, too high, yeah. So then actually the Mahayana teachings on which the Prajna Paramita is based, actually for 500 years, they were kind of not so public, yeah. So it was actually in the 1st century of the modern era, the Christian era, that Nagarjuna, who was a very famous, great enlightened master in India in the 1st century, I mean, according to legend, he went to Nagaland, okay, and brought these teachings back, yeah, okay, wherever Nagaland might be, yeah. The Nagas were the guardians of these teachings, but it was Nagarjuna was the one who actually kind of understood, not that probably that they were never available before, but Nagarjuna was the one who could really profoundly understand Lord Buddha's teachings and put them in a way that everybody else could understand. So, you know, maybe, I don't know, like make a bridge between the Buddha's incredible wisdom and like our more ordinary kind of understanding. Although Nagarjuna is also so fantastic, yeah. So he wrote this, Nagarjuna made many beautiful things, but he made this thing called Mula Madhyamika Karikas, which is the root stanzas on the middle way, yeah, which is one of the most important fundamental books in Buddhism, yeah. Why? Because it explains the Buddha's actual view of emptiness, yeah, of reality, of the dependent arising, and so on, yeah. And so from then on, from the time of Nagarjuna, Mahayana Buddhism developed throughout India and then spread across the world, okay, up to the present day, yeah. So important, yeah. So Lama Tsongkhapa in the 14th century, he made this incredible commentary on Nagarjuna's root stanza on the middle way. So I said last time I said that Nagarjuna was really incredible and that he taught emptiness, yeah, the nature of reality based on everything around him, yeah. For example, time, yeah, hence the clock, you see. Okay, so I thought rather than trying to do it myself, better I refer to Lama Tsongkhapa's holy words because he was much smarter than me, yeah. So let's see what Lama Tsongkhapa had to say on the subject, yeah. So Nagarjuna's Karikas, his root verses, he explains emptiness in all kinds of incredible ways. Like, for example, in terms of basically everything around us, like how does a fire arise from wood coming in and out of a room, cause and effect, yeah, time, the universe, nirvana, the emptiness of the Buddha, all kinds of incredible things, yeah, okay. So let me just find the chapter, yeah. So Nagarjuna, yeah, one of the, if we want to realize emptiness, we need an example, okay. So Nagarjuna said, let's examine time, yeah. This is chapter 19 of both Nagarjuna's Karikas and also Lama Tsongkhapa's commentary, yeah. So when we talk about emptiness, what do we mean? We mean what the basic idea is in Buddhism, that things do not have an inherent or intrinsic existence the way that we think or project that they do, yeah. Because like nobody knows why, but our mind's got something wrong with it, yeah. So since most of us were born, maybe some of us were born enlightened, but the rest of us, yeah, we were born with, like, let's say we were born with a defect with our perceptual computer, yeah. So everything we see, we wrongly perceive it. Everything we experience, no, like, I don't know, a computer, a cup, ourselves, everything in the world, time, space, we perceive it as think about it, conceptualize it as having a truly existent essence, yeah, that's not connected with other things, yeah. And even though intellectually we might know that that's not true, but emotionally that's sort of automatically that's how we perceive things, yeah. And based on that, like, design fault of our mind, our brain, whatever you want to call it, yeah. Yeah, the fact that something's broken in here, this is the root of all our suffering, yeah. So this is a little bit tricky, no? Because we bought a defective computer when we signed up to the contract of life, or we didn't read the contract. No, we just said yes, I'd like to be reborn. Yeah, didn't read it. So now we're here stuck with a defective mental computer. But fortunately, the Dharma, yeah, is a manual for us to fix our mental computer, yeah. So, and okay, so there's many different ways to repair computers, no, mental computers, but the most profound one is to understand the nature of reality, yeah. So Nagarjuna, yeah, or Ludrup as he's called in Tibetan, yeah, he gave all very nice like examples from all around us, yeah, because like as Milarepa said, no, Jetson Milarepa, he said, I don't need a book. Reality is everywhere. I don't need one book to tell me. He said, look around, there's emptiness, yeah. So Nagarjuna, who was obviously earlier than Milarepa, his idea was the same, you know. Except Nagarjuna wrote down his incredible thoughts on the subject. So, you know, we've got this incredible book, the Karikas, yeah. So, and then we have the Lama Tsongkhapa, who was the greatest thinker of his time, yeah. His thoughts on the subject, yeah. So it's Lama Tsongkhapa, yeah? Okay, I will obviously summarize it. If you're interested, please buy the book yourself. It's really incredible, yeah? Really, it's one of the 100 things you should do before you die is read this if you're a Galupa, yeah? Really, yeah? If, as we say, I like to realize emptiness, all this kind of stuff. So this would definitely help, yeah? Okay? So when we talk about time, okay, we think of time like in this verse. Now it says, okay, if we do the Kala Chakra, yeah, we can, what is it? We can overcome linear time and dance in the sphere of timelessness. So it's like, oh, what does that mean? That sounds like also interesting, yeah? So we have this idea of linear time, don't we? Like past, present, and future, okay, yeah? So we definitely conceptualize time like that. The past is what's gone, no? Then there's the present moment, and the future, what's still to come, no? Yeah, so also me, for many, many years with this verse in Self-Healing too, I was thinking, what does that mean, dancing in the sphere of timelessness, yeah? So, okay, first let me tell you what it doesn't mean, yeah? So it doesn't mean that, for example, we can become a Time Lord like Doctor Who and we can go back to like 1420 or we can go to 20,000 years into the future or anything like that. As far as I ever heard in Buddhism, no Buddhas or bodhisattvas or holy beings have ever claimed to have the ability of time travel, yeah? Nowadays there's a lot of this kind of science fiction, now isn't there, about people time traveling, but as far as I ever read and heard in Buddhism, this is not part of Buddhist thought, time travel, okay? We do believe in the multiverse, no, and the possibility of life in many, many different universes, but time travel is not one of the Buddhist thoughts, no, okay? So what do Buddhists believe about time then, okay? So the Buddha and Nagarjuna said, yeah, okay, and Lama Tsongkhapa, yeah. Okay, we think, yeah, things truly have an essence, an inherent nature, yeah, because things, we project them, we impute them in the 3 time periods. That means in the past, the present, or the future, yeah, okay, that's true. That's how we divide things, isn't it, yeah, when we think about time, yeah, okay. So it says things that have already arisen and ceased to be is what we call the past, okay? Things that have arisen and not yet ceased to be is the present, yeah? And things which have not arrived yet are the future, yeah? Okay. I apologize to Mary Christina and Carolina, by the way, because as usual, I only thought about this little about an hour ago, okay? Yeah, so I didn't have time to anyway, there's this book's quite, well, very profound, let's say, so I'm summarizing, yeah, okay? I'll try and speak slowly, okay? So, Nagarjuna says incredible things. He says, if the present and the future depended on the past, yeah, then the present and the future would have existed in the past, yeah, okay? Nagarjuna's verses are incredible, It's like, when I read Nagarjuna, I feel a bit like, I don't know if you know this, but like cats, yeah? They can only see them like black and white, yeah? So I feel like I'm like a cat or something, and then there's somebody with like super colourful vision like us is explaining the bigger reality, yeah? Because what Nagarjuna is trying to show us is because we've got something fundamentally wrong with our mental computer. We only have like a very limited reality, yeah? And he starts to show us that our understanding of things is very limited, very kind of basic, yeah? And there's a much higher view beyond that. You just imagine a cat cannot see colour, yeah? It's true, yeah? They only see black and white, yeah? So imagine trying to explain colours to a cat. So this is a bit like the situation that we're like this cat, yeah? And the Buddhas are trying to explain to us, that we only see like that, and explaining to us how to see things in a better way, yeah? So if past, present, and future truly exist, yeah, then each one would exist independently based on its own characteristics, yeah? And also, this is what inherent existence means. It will never be able to change into anything else. So automatically we can see that the way we see things is completely wrong, because even like on a very simple level, we know that past does change into the present and changes into the future, yeah? But if things exist as we project that they do, that's truly existent, yeah? The past would always be the past. Well, we would just be like frozen, you know? We would just have like, nothing could happen at all, yeah? Everything would be like frozen forever, yeah, like a block of ice or something, yeah, that never unfroze, yeah. So, and this is our basic problem, that we wish for something that's impossible, yeah. We wish for things never to change, for things to be permanent, yeah, which is absolutely not possible, out of touch with the reality. So of course we're unhappy, yeah. Okay. So actually the Buddhist view is very much like science, actually, modern science, yeah. So Lama Tsongkhapa says, yeah. Well, anyways, what he basically says is like past, present, and future are interdependent, yeah? You can't take one out of the three, out of the triad, because if it doesn't make sense, you can't just have the past, you can't just have the present, yeah? You can't just have the future, because these three terms, yeah, one depends on the other, yeah, okay? So then he says, if the present and the future did not exist, did not truly exist there, how could the present and the future be dependent on it? Yeah, okay. Okay, so it's like Nagarjuna, it just like kind of, I always feel like with Nagarjuna, it's like, I don't know, I'm on a rug and it's like he's pulling the rug from under my feet. And it's like, oh, it's pulling away the basis of my wrong reality, okay? Yeah, it's really incredible, yeah, because this is what we have to do, is like, you know, dismantle this like fantasy of true existence, yeah, okay? And one way we can do it is by time, no? Meditating on the nature of time, yeah? So if you have a clock, for example, like here's one clock, yeah, and this is a 18th, I like these kind of things, no, because I'm into Kala Chakra and all this. This is a replica of an 18th century clock, one of the first mechanical clocks, yeah, which is actually similar to the ones that the Tibetan lamas actually had, yeah, in the 18th century. Don't think Tibetan Buddhists never had clocks and things like that, because they did, yeah. They weren't just with one light stick or one sundial. Of course, everybody progressed through history, no? So, anyway. So, Lama Tsongkhapa says, if the past and the future depend on the present, yeah, neither the past nor the future could exist, yeah? Yeah? And then, if the past and the present depend on the future, neither the past nor the present could exist, yeah? Okay, so what he's doing is he's saying that past, you know, it cannot exist separately, yeah? Okay, yeah? The, you know, it's like how do you say, like a triangle or something, yeah? If you take away one piece, the whole thing falls to pieces, yeah? It's not possible to have a truly existent past, a truly existent present, a truly existent future, although we can have a dependently arising past and a dependently arising present and a dependently arising future. That's possible, yeah? But that's not how we see things, yeah? Okay? And then he says, higher, lower, and average. There's another three, no? He said, we should understand in the same way, yeah, that they only exist in relation to each other, yeah? Or good, evil, and morally neutral, yeah? These exist in relation to each other, yeah? There's not like truly existent goodness, truly existent evil, yeah? Truly existent ethically neutral, yeah? Okay? Now we're talking, by the way, when we're talking this way, we're talking about the absolute way of understanding things, okay, about emptiness. This doesn't mean that conventionally that these things are not important, yeah? And this is one of the, how do you say? traps we have to avoid when we're thinking about reality, yeah? Because like we beginners now, when we start to think about emptiness, about reality, the first thing we start to think is, okay, if everything is empty of inherent existence, it means I can do whatever I like, because, oh, good or evil, it's the same. It's not the same, okay, yeah? This is Buddhist philosophy, okay? We're talking high level, but it doesn't mean that it's not important what we do, yeah, okay? The basic of Buddhism is ahimsa, non-violence, yeah? So hurting somebody is wrong, it's harmful, no? And helping others, being kind, yeah, is positive, yeah? So we're not discussing this. Lama Tsongkhapa says, of course, conventionally, yeah, this is not like that, yeah, okay? But we're talking about how we understand, how our brain is projecting things wrongly, yeah? So we're saying all these threes that we have in our world, no, like day and night and sunset, or good and evil and neutral, or past, present, and future, yeah? Yeah? These are each one depends on the other. So you couldn't have, for example, a sunset without a day and a night, yeah? You couldn't have like neutral without good and evil, yeah? So it's getting us to think about how our mind is projecting reality, yeah? So please don't think, oh, good, Lama Tsongkhapa said I can do whatever I like. In fact, Lama Tsongkhapa said nothing of the sort. He said actually in his 3 principal aspects of the path that when we understand, you know, through looking at phenomena, when we see emptiness, yeah, and then we understood directly how things work, yeah. When we see emptiness, we see cause and effect, yeah. And when we see conventional phenomena, we see emptiness. Then we got the point, yeah. Okay. So anyway, but this is speaking like a very like profound level, you know. Like I said, but we try, no? Okay. So beautiful things, no? Rinpoche said we should do space training, no? So this is space training, yeah? So we try, okay? So Lama Tsongkhapa says, he says beautiful things. He said, if the present and the future were not dependent on the past, why? Because 3 things, they go together, yeah? They would not be dependent on anything else, yeah? And it says, in that case, not being dependent, they would be non-existent, like the horns of an ass, yeah, okay, or the horns on a rabbit, okay. So what does he mean here? Yeah, okay. So he said, so basically what he's saying is that he's saying that future and present exist in dependence upon the past, okay. You can't just take one out of the 3. It's not possible. Why? Because they're not truly existent, yeah, okay. They don't exist from their own side, yeah. Yeah, and he said, so this example of the horns on an ass or the horns on a rabbit, yeah, an ass, it means like a donkey, yeah. It means like something that's totally impossible, yeah, absolutely not possible, not existent, or we could say like a unicorn's horn, because there's also, as far as we know, no unicorns in the world, no, is it, except in our fantasy, no? So it's not possible to have a present which is truly existent, yeah, that means does not depend on anything, yeah, and a future that does not depend on anything, yeah. And you might say, why does all this matter? Because why it matters is because we're trying to get in touch with reality and see things as they actually are. And how things actually are is everything's connected, everything's interdependent, yeah. But we have like some mental sickness or delusion, or we have a broken mental computer or something, and we can't see it, yeah. So, you know, that's why all the time we're unhappy, we're miserable, we make mistakes, yeah, like Rinpoche says in Self-Healing too, no? What I'm doing, I really don't know. Please show the right path to me, many, many times, no? Yeah. Nagarjuna, he says, for those whom emptiness is possible, everything is possible, yeah? And for those who emptiness is not possible, nothing is possible, yeah? So now we know why our life doesn't work out properly, yeah? And so if we want our life to work out in a much better way, we need to understand these things, understand like how things actually are, yeah? Because it's like our whole life we've gone around with this complete like deluded, mad view of reality, yeah? So when we start to understand about reality, we're just trying to see things as they are. Yeah. Okay. So in Buddhism, all the time we say things like evam and tattva and soha and all this kind of Sanskrit words. It means things as they are. Yeah. Okay. That's all we want to do, is see things as they are, because now we can't see them. It's like we're blinded by this like mental defect that we have. Yeah. Nowadays, neuroscientists, yeah, they're also interested in these things, and they also say that this like feeling we have an independent self, no, is a hallucination of our brain. They say this is not there. Your brain is like hallucinating. Yeah. Okay. So even the modern scientists have understood that. So the only one who hasn't understood it now is us. Yeah. So we do our best. So please, Rinpoche, Lord Buddha, Lama Tsongkhapa, please help us. Yeah. Because we have a big mental problem. Yeah. So explain to us how to get over it. Yeah. So we're lucky that we have all this kind of beautiful explanation. Yeah? Okay. So anyway, so then Lama Tsongkhapa says, okay. He said, okay, time. People say that time exists, yeah, because it is measured in seconds, minutes, and hours, in days and nights, and so on, which are different things, yeah, okay. And he says, a non-enduring time is not grasped, yeah. There's nothing you can grasp at as time, yeah. Nothing can exist as enduring. If time is not grasped, how is it known? Very cryptic, no? Yeah. So what Lama Tsongkhapa is now talking about is we have this concept of time, don't we? Yeah, like as if it's like something truly existent. Yeah, time. Like for example, this clock, no, like this one, it's mechanical. No, you have to wind it up, like model of the 18th century, and then over a week it doesn't quite go like fast enough. Yeah. So then many times I say, oh, that clock is losing time. You know. So what do I actually mean? You know. It's like it's like I feel as if there's a truly existent time that's being lost just because the mechanical thing gradually is like kind of the spring now is gradually getting like kind of unwound, no? But this is how we see time, isn't it? Yeah. And this is why we can use time as an example to meditate on the nature of reality, like it says here, no, in Self-Healing 2. Like, for example, this is exactly what this verse is about, yeah? It says, bless me to realize the year is the Shambhala king, yeah? It's a symbol, no? Okay? It's like the ruler, the year, yeah? Okay, then the solar and lunar months are the 24 ministers. Okay, so we have 12 months, okay? Yeah? Like this is, and because we at Kala Chakra, we have solar aspect, lunar aspect, so we say there's 24 months, yeah? Then we have, 360 or 365 days, depending on whether we follow the solar or lunar calendar, yeah? Or the army of Shambhala warriors, and their hours and their seconds are their powerful weapons. So what does it mean, all this? Fighting what? Actually, what we can do is fight. We can cut our wrong view of reality if we examine time, yeah? And actually, this is really beautiful, because all the time we're surrounded by clocks, aren't we? Here's a clock on here. There's a clock. Look, there's clocks everywhere. Here's a clock, yeah, on my wrist, yeah. So if we start to think about time as a symbol of emptiness all the time, every time we look at what time is it, we can think about the nature of reality. And this is actually useful, yeah. And this is like very much like our Buddhist method, to use what's around you and think about the Dharma, yeah. Why? Because otherwise going to the temple or Dharma center for 1 or 2 hours a week, it's not enough, is it? Yeah. But if every time, for example, I open my phone and there's a clock, I think, oh, everything is the nature of, everything is a dependent arising, everything is empty of inherent existence. Then many times a day I'm thinking about reality. Yeah? It's really, really much more useful. Yeah. So it says, may we become free from linear time, past, present, and future, a truly existent past, a truly existent present, a truly existent future. Experience the past, present, and future in the eternal now. I'll talk about that in a minute, and dance in the sphere of timelessness, yeah? Which means actually we will understand absolute truth. Yeah, it doesn't mean that we'll become Time Lord or something. Yeah, and go back to the past. Yeah, but we will understand the two truths, the absolute truth and the conventional truth of reality, by looking at time. So useful, actually. So then, for example, like all our clocks become a symbol of reality. Yeah. So, Lama Tsongkhapa, he says, time exists because it is measured in seconds, minutes, hours, days, and nights, which are different things. Yeah. Okay. But okay, first thing is, yeah, there's not just one calendar. Yeah. There's not just one set of hours. Yeah. There's not just one set of minutes and one set of seconds. Yeah. Because when we, like, for example, let's say most of us in the modern society, we have this idea that there should be like 24 hours in a day, yeah, and 60 minutes, yeah. No, sorry, 24 hours and 60 minutes and 60 seconds, yeah, which is actually the Babylonian system, okay? Until we got into Buddhism, and then we got to Kala Chakra, and in the Kala Chakra Tantra, it says, actually, you know what? There's 30 hours with 48 minutes, yeah, okay? It's like, oh, I need to get a new clock, maybe make a different kind of clock then, yeah? Because we are absolutely convinced that this is right, that it's a true symbol of time, yeah? And this is one of the reasons, in Kala Chakra, that's one of the things we're interested in, calendarics, no? Like the study of time, no? Of the calendar and all this kind of thing, astronomy, yeah? Also, if you get a sundial, no? Very soon you start to realize, hang on, the sun time is not the same as the one on my phone, yeah. So then it's coming like, all kinds of, hang on, I thought time was like this, and actually there isn't a truly fixed time, no. All this is like our mental projection. It's our conception. It's just a mechanical method of measuring what we call time, okay, which of course is a dependent arising, yeah. So we can use these, of course, also numbers, no? That's another subject there. Like the numerals on a clock, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and so on. I don't know if you know, but the zero, yeah? Zero comes from, like, now we have digital clocks, don't we, yeah? For example, here we are. Here's a digital clock, yeah, okay? From children's version, European Space Agency. So this one is okay, here we have these numerals coming from Arabic, yeah, actually coming from India. Did you know that the zero, yeah, zero actually comes from shunya, from empty, yeah, okay? Without zero, you cannot actually do mathematics, yeah, okay? And this is one of the problems that they had in the ancient Romans, yeah? They weren't very good at mathematics because they didn't have a zero. So the zero, which actually is the shunya, the word zero is Arabic, yeah, okay, and actually it comes from the Sanskrit shunya, which means empty of inherent existence, yeah. So in many, many, many different ways, clocks, yeah, are incredible symbols of reality. Like, for example, I don't know if you can see there on the bottom, it says 20 degrees, yeah, on the bottom, yeah, okay. So zero, everything's empty, yeah, okay. So we need to use Nagarjuna's saying, okay, this is exact. Look at that and see reality, not just the time and the temperature. You can see how things are interdependent, yeah, how things are not truly existent from their own side, yeah. Also, for example, look at this clock, no, can you hear? I don't know if you can hear it, it's going like tick, 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 the sounds, no? Also, sound, of course, is one of the best examples of the lack of inherent existence of all phenomena, yeah. In the Prajna Paramita, no, there's the famous example that there's this bodhisattva always crying, and he's always crying because nobody will tell him the nature of reality. So he goes from every bodhisattva to every guru crying, saying, please teach me the nature of reality. Yeah? And this goes on throughout the whole of the Perfection of Wisdom Sutra, until finally he comes to one city, and in the marketplace of the city, there's it's a medieval market now, so there's kind of like a enclosed market, yeah. And sat in the middle is one guru, and he's playing a lyre, yeah, a musical instrument. And he says, come here, I will show you the nature of reality. And he plays the instrument, and he says, where is the sound? Is it in the strings? Is it in the wood? Is it in your ears? Is it in your mind? point to the sound, yeah? And of course, Bodhisattva always crying, he cannot point to the sound. Then he thinks, and he understands the nature of reality. Like finally, in the last chapter of the Prajna Paramita Sutra, yeah? Super famous, yeah? So also if you have one of these old clocks like me, ticking clock, also the sound, yeah, is showing the nature of reality, yeah? So anyway, so of course, conventionally, we say, okay, what is it today, for example? Today is, I don't know what date it is, it's the 19th of January, yeah, okay? Okay, if you're following the European system, 2021, actually, I changed my computer to 2564 Buddhist era because I was so fed up with 2020, I was like, basta, yeah? If it's all mental projection, I think I'll have another year, so I'm on year 2564 Buddhist era personally. Yeah? Okay, because why? All these things are mental projections, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, relatively, of course, they have some use, but ultimately, you cannot find all these things. Yeah. So anyway, so Lama Tsongkhapa said, time exists because it is measured in seconds, but which seconds? Yeah. In minutes, but what kind of minutes? In hours. Hours also are not truly existent. Yeah. Yeah, because you can have a day of 24 hours or a day of 48 hours. Yeah. Sorry, 30 hours. Yeah. Yeah, you can have many, and also day and night is moving all the time. Yeah, it's not always the same, no? Throughout the year, it becomes shorter and longer, yeah? Unless you live in the tropics, of course. But for most of us in the northern and southern latitudes, as the Earth goes around the sun, the day and the nights get longer and shorter, yeah? So he says there is no truly existent time because you can point to, this is the typical example, no? Like we call it the chariot example, yeah? These days, in modern times, we call it the car example, yeah? But the ancient example was the chariot, no? Point to the chariot, and all you can put your finger on is the parts of the chariot, like the wheel or I don't know what the parts of a chariot are, but anyway, it's the same idea, yeah? Okay? All you can see is the parts of a chariot, even if you put them together in the right order, yeah, it's just a dependent arising, and we mentally impute there as a chariot. Okay, that's the famous example, yeah. So here, Lama Tsongkhapa is saying time is the same, yeah. We think time is like this sort of like permanent thing, you know, yeah. But actually, all there is like years and months and weeks and days and minutes and seconds, and microseconds and snaps and all this kind of stuff, yeah. And even those, there's many different ways of counting them. They're not they're not truly existent, yeah. So the more we try and point to something that is time, the more and more difficult it is to actually find any time, yeah. And Lama Tsongkhapa says, yeah, it says if time endures as a separate entity, yeah, if it truly exists, yeah, as the way we think it is, like time, if it's a separate entity from seconds, yeah, then it will be grasped as being measured in intervals such as seconds, yeah. So that means if it truly exists, yeah, when we see the seconds, we will be able to point to time, but all we can point to is the seconds, yeah. Like for example, here it's ticking like every second, no. So all in fact we can hear is each second ticking. That doesn't show time, yeah, okay? It says time is not grasped through the seconds, yeah, because seconds are different entities from time, yeah? Yeah, so this is a typical Buddhist argument, yeah, like the parts of a chariot, yeah? We think, oh, time exists because there are seconds and minutes and so on. But according to Buddhist philosophy, seconds are not time, yeah? Okay, they're seconds, yeah? Minutes are not time, they're minutes, yeah? And so on, yeah? Okay? And then he says all kinds of beautiful things, yeah? I recommend that you get his book, and also, it doesn't only talk about time, as you can see, it talks about everything, how to realize emptiness, yeah? So interesting, yeah? So then he quotes from Dhamma Dhatu Sanagiti, yeah? ancient. It was Lama Tsongkhapa. His thing was the ancient Indian teachings of Lord Buddha and the Indian masters. Yeah, so he always used to quote from them. Yeah. So Lama Tsongkhapa says in this ancient Buddhist teaching, it says, "Time ripens elements. Time assembles the people. Time awakes the sleeper. It's difficult to transcend time." Yeah. Yeah. So it says it's difficult. Okay, it's difficult to transcend time, but this is exactly what it's saying here in self-healing too, that we can transcend time. Yeah. What we mean by that is this wrong way of seeing reality. Yeah. Okay. It doesn't mean that, like, I don't know, we can become like some kind of immortal, yeah, or travel back to the 12th century, yeah. But it means we can see reality correctly, yeah. And that's all that actually the Buddha ever promised, by the way, yeah, in terms of what you would get out of Buddhism, that we would live fully and in touch with the reality and not mad like we are now. Like, we would no longer be sick, we'd no longer be crazy, we would no longer suffering. So that's a big, a big plus, yeah, if we can see things just as they are, yeah, which is very much in accord with science, actually, yeah. Okay. So he says, okay, so Lama Tsongkhapa says, we need to see if time exists as being produced or unproduced, yeah? And then he quotes Nagarjuna, who says, since arising, enduring, and ceasing do not exist, there are no produced things, yeah? So also, okay, so in Tibetan medicine and Tantra and all this idea of arising, abiding and ceasing is very important. Why? Because it's the natural rhythm of, like, for example, breathing, of the seasons, yeah, of the humors, wind, bile, and phlegm, rising, and throughout the year we have these 3 different biotype humors rising, causing sickness, yeah, if we don't take care. The elements rise and stay for a bit and sink, yeah. Our life, we're young, no, we grow, and then we're sort of okay in the middle, then we get old, yeah. So all these, he's talking now about these cycles of life, yeah. So he said all these do not exist, yeah. So he said there are no truly produced things. So what does he mean by that? Yeah, he's not saying that there are no when we say no in Buddhism, we don't mean no like we say no. It means no truly existent things, no inherently existent things, no things that exist from their own side that don't depend on anything else. So Buddha or Nagarjuna or Lama Tsongkhapa, they're not saying there are no no natural cycles, because of course there are, yeah. But he's saying that we see them in the wrong way, because our mind is like, I don't know, like a very primitive, basic computer that's got something wrong with it. So I don't know, like maybe like a spider's mind or something, or an ant's mind, or a cat's mind. It's very, very limited. Yeah, maybe cat's a bit better. Yeah? So the Buddha, the fully awakened one who can actually see things properly, is trying to explain to us how things actually are. Yeah. So he says the way we see things, like everything's separate, yeah, it's not right. Yeah, and because we see things wrong, of course, everything goes wrong. Okay, so then he says, amongst other beautiful things, he says, the future is that which has not yet come to be. Yeah, that's in Tibetan, we say like that. That's the word for the future, what has not yet come to be. Okay. The past is what is gone by the present, yeah? The present is what has arisen but has not yet ceased, yeah? Okay. And he says, since the present is now being perceived, it's the most important. So this is a very important bit of a Buddhist advice, yeah? Be here now, yeah? Because in fact, the present is all we've ever got, yeah? And so there's many, many different kinds of Buddhist prayers saying we should not like grieve for the past, yeah? We should not have like hopes for the future, because there's no point, because the past is gone, it's not coming back, yeah? And the future doesn't exist yet. So both are like just in our mind, yeah, okay? The only experience we can ever have is the one we're having right now, okay? Of course, we have a continuum of experience, But like when it says, by the way, we can dance in the eternal now in the self-healing too, this is what it actually means. Yeah? The eternal is now, to live every moment fully. Yeah, okay. It doesn't mean nothing ever changes. It means everything is continuously changing. Everything's interdependent, like a stream. Yeah, a current that changes second by second, moment by moment, depending on cause and condition. Yeah, but Lama Tsongkhapa says the present, seeing it's all we can perceive. Yeah, is the most important. Yeah. So even if, for example, if we're in bed and we're asleep and we're dreaming about the past or the future, it's actually in the present moment, isn't it? Our mind's producing that, yeah, in that. So it's still the present, yeah, okay. So all the Buddhist traditions, we're famous for this, aren't we? Be here now, yeah, live for now, yeah. Don't worry so much about the past, don't worry so much about the future. And it's true, no, because we're completely obsessed, no? And we suffer all the time because of the concept of time, yeah? But in fact, it's empty of inherent existence. Like, we're always worried about the future, what will happen, yeah? Then worrying and making many projections about, what will happen, yeah? But we don't know, okay, of course, we need to make some preparation. But on top, Rinpoche always said, don't be shot by two arrows, no, yeah? Okay, so of course, like we have to make some preparation, but all this extra worry and stress, there's no need, no? Because usually, I have observed that usually what happens to people is what they could never have imagined. So all the years and years of worry that they had about their lives and their future in the end was completely useless, yeah? And now I'm old enough to have seen that many, many times with people I knew, that they make all these plans for the future, and most of the time it never at all worked out the way they wanted, yeah? So no need to over worry about something that's a fantasy, the future. Yeah, okay. So let's take Lama Tsongkhapa's advice to heart, yeah. And also now, especially like many people, they feel very anxious, no, because of the pandemic, no. But also this feeling of, how long will it last? I feel trapped. I've been so many months in my house. So we need to hang on. I need to talk to myself. I'm a Buddhist, yeah. It doesn't, of course, we pray, as Rinpoche said, that big problems become small problems and disappear. And as soon as possible, people become free of this sickness, of course, yeah. But on the personal level, we need to stop worrying, yeah. Because just worrying all the time, thinking how long, and I'm getting anxious and I'm getting stressed, and maybe this week we have a new lockdown and then I can't go out at this time, yeah. Just need to relax and think, okay. Of course, we need to follow the rules, no? Because the rules is for the benefit of society, no? To stop the pandemic, yeah? But then, we just need to relax, think, now I'm going to do a retreat in my house, yeah? I'm now here today. Today is a good day. I can do my practice, yeah? I don't need to worry about how long things will be like this, okay? Let's just try and be here more in the present, yeah? And then, of course, gradually the future will come, no? So then what will be, will be. But anyway, it's not like we personally have any influence over it, no? Is it? So better we just stay home, we do our practice, yeah? We do more self-healing, we do guru mantras, whatever practice we're doing is better. We study the Dharma text and so on, yeah? And then, as Rinpoche said, we do the pandemic in a better way, yeah? Because many people now, so strict, like normal people, not so stressed, so anxious, and so nervous all the time, yeah? Because of, this interminable pandemic and, all these restrictions and all this kind of thing, no? So at least we need to put the Dharma into practice, yeah? Okay? And let's think, I'm in retreat, basically, yeah? I can't go out, I will go in, yeah? I will use this time to study the Dharma and so on. Then it's much more beneficial, yeah. I was going to speak about this later, but it seems like now would be a good time. So I've been thinking, that Rinpoche, since many years, actually, he requests us all to do a retreat on the 5 fathers and the 5 mothers, yeah, and self-healing and making peace with the environment, yeah. And actually, for I think at least 25 years, Rinpoche requests us all to do this, yeah. And to our collective shame, most of us have not done this, yeah, okay? Most of us have done retreats on, I don't know, Guya Samaja and all beautiful things, no? Haruka, Yamantaka, Vajrayogini, Chittamani Tara, hundreds of different yidams, of course, also with Rinpoche blessing, of course, yeah. But every year when we make the program, we suggest, oh, Rinpoche, let's do this, let's do that. And Rinpoche always said, let's do a retreat of the 5 Supreme Healer Buddhas. And we never did, okay? So I was thinking, like me personally, I would like to do this next year. So next year means starting from NgalSo, which is the 12th of February or shortly afterwards, yeah? Seeing as we're doing these teachings, no, like looking at Rinpoche's self-healing too, yeah? I thought it would be very nice, yeah, if we could do a retreat, yeah, on the 5 Father Buddhas, the 5 Mother Buddhas, in the context of self-healing, yeah. And Rinpoche always said we should do like 100,000 of each one, yes, not just mantras, but anyway, he said, please do 100,000, if possible, yeah, 100,000 mantras of Amoga Siddhi, 100,000 mantras of Ratnasambhava, and so on, yeah. For the 10 Buddhas, 5 male, 5 female Buddhas, yeah. So I was thinking, seeing as probably, anyway, this teaching will go on for the whole of next year, I thought we could combine it with the actual practice, because surely that's the point of all this, is to practice, no? So I need to talk with Lama Michelle, arrange a little bit the detail, no? How we're going to do. I mean, obviously, like personally, in July and August, I want to be in Albaniano, yeah? I'm presuming that... Anyway, we'll make it next summer, European summer, Albaniana, for sure we'll run our summer course, yeah? But I was personally thinking to arrange, like, so we could do this retreat of the 5 Fathers, the 5 Mothers, okay? Of course, who would like, yeah? I mean, nobody has to, but anyway. But I will arrange, yeah? So those of you who like, we can do it together, okay? And like as a kind of spiritual journey together. And also, while we're still in the... how do you say, lockdown, yeah? It's good, no? We've got also something so beautiful to do, yeah, okay? We have a program, yeah? We try and fulfill Rinpoche's wishes, and Rinpoche's wishes that we all grow by putting his teachings into practice, yeah? So anyway, I'm just putting like the idea, the seed, okay? And then gradually, as we get nearer to NgalSo, we'll talk more about it, how to do, okay? Okay, so anyway, I think that would be super nice, so super beautiful, yeah, okay? Anyway, back to that was a little break, yeah. Okay. Now back to Lama Tsongkhapa talking about Nagarjuna, about time, okay, about dancing in the sphere of timelessness, yeah. So Lama Tsongkhapa and Nagarjuna said, yeah. Actually, Nagarjuna said, the future is what not yet come, yeah. The past is gone, yeah. And the present is what has arisen but has not ceased, yeah. And it says, we are experiencing the present now, so it's the most important one. Don't worry about the past, don't worry about the future, yeah? And then Lama Tsongkhapa says, what has not yet come, i.e. the future, yeah, is like the sky, yeah? Or is like the horns of a rabbit, yeah? Okay, so this is another famous Indian example. Now, I used to have a rabbit when I was a kid, yeah? My rabbit didn't have any horns, but what they mean is if you kind of, well, what do they mean? I suppose if you look at a rabbit somehow, and you've never seen a rabbit, somehow you may mistake the ears for a horn or something, but of course, rabbits don't have horns, they have ears. Everybody who's ever seen a rabbit, a real rabbit, knows that they have long ears, not horns, yeah? So the idea of a horn on a rabbit is something that's totally untrue, totally non-existent, like, for example, like a unicorn horn, or in fact a whole unicorn, actually, yeah? So the future is not, it means it's not there, it's not existing, you know, it's just a concept, it's our fantasy is what it's actually saying, yeah? Or like the sky, you know, it's like, you can't really point to the sky, it's like a big space, no? The future does not truly exist, yeah? So then, Lama Tsongkhapa, he says, in the Abhidharma, it says, the future is that which has not yet arisen, although it has a cause, yeah? Okay, now he's being very technical, yeah? Because what he wants to explain is that even though the future is unfindable, it's a fantasy, still cause and effect exist, yeah? Because even though we're saying, okay, past, present, and future do not exist inherently. They do exist interdependently. And very important point, yeah, because things are empty of inherent existence, that they don't exist in this wrong way that we think they do, cause and effect functions, yeah. So in our Madhyamaka school, which is based on Nagarjuna's teachings, they explain how, even though things are empty of inherent existence, that cause and effect can function, yeah. So anyway, try and explain something of this holy wisdom of Lama Tsongkhapa and Nagarjuna, yeah. Let's have a look, yeah. Okay, so basically, yeah, there's different schools of Buddhist philosophy, yeah, at least in the modern times, like the last 1,000 years, okay. So there's different schools, we call it Vaibhashika, Sautantrika, Chittamatra, Madhyamika, yeah. Now the Buddha's, like, let's say, highest view, correct view is the middle way view, the Madhyamika, yeah, okay. And of that, what's called the Prasangika Madhyamika view of Nagarjuna is considered by us, who are the followers of Lama Tsongkhapa, to be the highest view, the most perfect view on Buddha's actual thought, okay. Although other Buddhists, they have different ideas, yeah, but we think this, okay, yeah. And I'm not clever enough to dispute with any of these, like Nagarjunas or Lama Tsongkhapa. So I just say yes, thank you very much, thank you. So yes, our Prasangika Madhyamika view, yeah, it maintains that all three time periods are things, that they do function, yeah. Okay, so it means the past is a thing, the present is a thing, the future is a thing, yeah. So you say, hang on, you just said that they don't exist. They don't truly exist from their own side, yeah? But that doesn't mean that they're not things, that they don't exist, because actually they do exist, don't they, yeah? Like, for example, when we talk about the past, okay, it may be a mental fabrication, yeah? Yeah? Yeah, actually, the past, actually, like history, no? History depends on who writes it, no? It's not like one unchanging thing, isn't it, yeah? We can see very clearly from histories that actually, yeah, but it's an interdependent phenomena depending on cause and conditions, yeah. But anyway, the past is a thing, the present is a thing, yeah, and the future is a thing, yeah. But the thing is that if we look for them, we cannot truly find them, yeah, like the sky or like unicorns' horns, yeah, or like, as Nagarjuna said, who obviously never seen Disney Channel like us, yeah. He said, like rabbit's horns, yeah, okay, does not it truly exist, yeah. So he says, okay. Now they always give these examples about seeds turning into sprouts, into plants, yeah. Obviously, Nagarjuna liked gardening, yeah, because which actually is good enough, because he was in touch with nature, yeah. So ever since in Buddhism, we've always had these examples about how to understand reality based on gardening, yeah, about planting a seed and how it turns into a sprout and then into a flower or a plant, yeah, or a tree, yeah. So it says, okay, consider a sprout. So, okay, first you have a seed, no? If you plant a seed, then there comes this little green thing, which in English we call a sprout. And then from the sprout, gradually it turns into, I don't know, like a flower or a tree or whatever, yeah? But first you need a seed and a sprout, yeah? Okay? So this is always the thing in Buddhism. How did the seed turn into a sprout? Where did the seed go? It's a bit like in English we say, what, the chicken or the egg, okay? We could also use eggs and chickens, yeah? How does an egg turn into a chicken? At what point does the egg become a chicken? It could actually be the same example, no? But in Buddhism we use the plant-based, vegan examples, okay? So it says, consider a sprout, yeah? So on YouTube there's lots of nice YouTube images of seeds growing into sprouts, growing into flowers. So you can look at these and contemplate this if you want, or you could actually look at real plants if you've got any. You could watch your plants growing, yeah, and think about these things, yeah. Like Nagarjuna, he spent a lot of time in retreat, yeah, in the nature, yeah, and he used to live in like one very beautiful natural place. And actually, according to the histories, he used to ask the local devas. They asked him, "What do you want?" He said, "Oh, just bring me every day vegetables." Yeah, so he was a actually a vegan, yeah, during his retreat, yeah. So he was very much into like the plant world, yeah. So he was obviously meditating on the nature of plants growing, yeah. So he said, okay, look at a seed growing into a sprout. So you get a seed, no, you need to plant it, needs water, needs the right condition, then it turns into a sprout, yeah. So it says when the sprout is there, the seed's gone, no, yeah. Its disintegration is its past, yeah. And it says, it says, okay, so the seed is the past, yeah, okay. Then some cause and condition came together, and the sprout appeared, and it says the complete assemblage of cause and condition is not yet arisen, and that will be its future, yeah. So even though the future is not yet there, the cause is already there, yeah, okay. So it means that when all the cause and condition is assembled, then the future will manifest, okay? Yeah? And why that's possible is because things are not fixed. Everything only depends, it's like science, no? Everything only exists like scientifically, like due to cause and effect, yeah? So when the causes and conditions come together, nothing can stop things arising, yeah? And conversely, when the cause and conditions are no longer there, things will not stay, yeah? Which is what, the Buddha said, Omye Dhamma Hetu Prabhava Hetan Teshan Tata Gato Hyewa Data Teshan Chayo Niroda Evan Vadi Mahasramanaya Soha. All phenomena depend on causes and conditions. The Tathagata, the great Sramana, the great religious wanderer, understood the cause of all phenomena and understood their cessation. Soha. Things are like that, yeah? That's it. That's reality, yeah? There isn't any other kind of reality beyond that, yeah? And this is what Nagarjuna is pointing out, that, for example, let me look at the index. He's saying beyond cause and effect, there isn't anything. So we can't. So, for example, the aggregates, they're not the ultimate nature of reality. The 5 elements, yeah, are not the truly existing phenomena behind all reality, yeah. He says, time is not truly existent, yeah, okay. Arising and destruction, like Omye Dhamma, is not even dependent arising, is not, you see, our mind, we're always looking for like the ultimate stuff behind reality, like the true thing, yeah, okay. So Lord Buddha and Nagarjuna and Tsongkhapa are saying, sorry, there isn't one, yeah, okay. Oh, sorry, there is not a truly existing like God or Nirvana or 12 dependent rising links or anything that is like kind of like behind reality, yeah, that's truly existing, yeah, okay. So even like, for example, when we meditate on emptiness, even we have to meditate on the emptiness of emptiness, on the emptiness of Buddha, on the emptiness of karma. Why? Because all the time our mind is trying to like what we call it like kind of like solidify all those things, like make them like more than they are, yeah, okay. Because I don't know, there's something wrong with our heads, yeah. We can't help it. We have this like compulsion to try and grasp at things, yeah. It's like no, I don't want it to be like that, yeah. But the Buddha assured us that when we see reality in this way, we'll actually become happier, yeah? Because now we're like, absolutely not. I want a God. I want Nirvana to be real. I want the Buddha to be truly there, yeah? But it's like, so all the time, the Buddha and Nagarjuna and Lama Tsongkhapa, it's like we're on a little carpet and going, boop, we're like, each time it's pulling the rug from under our feet, yeah? Because everything that we think about, we want to grasp on and say, oh, now I can relax, Yes, the elements truly exist. I don't know, time exists, space exists, Buddha exists, God exists. So unfortunately, or fortunately, in Buddhist philosophy, gradually we go through and demolish all these things as being basis of like truly existing reality until we're left with no truly existing reality, and with reality, yeah, that things are unfindable, yeah. However, it doesn't mean that conventionally they don't exist due to cause and effect, yeah? Okay. Anyway, so like I say, I'm just very shortly summarizing all this incredible wisdom of Lama Tsongkhapa. But then he says in the Hastikashya Sutra, If there was any essence in phenomena, the victors, the Buddhas, no, and their disciples would have realized it. Immutable phenomena, unchanging phenomena, do not attain nirvana. Yeah. Even the wise are not without fabrications. Yeah. Okay. So what does he mean? Yeah. So it means that if things had any true existence, the Buddha, and all the bodhisattvas and all the whole Buddhist masters, they would have found it. Yeah. Okay. All these, because Sangha means somebody with clear perception of reality. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because they know, it's like I was saying the other day when we were talking about astronomy, no? That they knew incredible things that like we're only rediscovering now in modern times. Like, for example, the ancient rishis, yeah, they knew that our universe, they had two centers. One was our sun, yeah, and the other one was in Sagittarius A, in what we call Mula Nakshatra, which just about 2-3 years ago, our modern scientists with their supercomputers, they worked out there was a black hole, no, in the center of our galaxy, no? So the ancient rishis could have told them that, and Buddhist masters could have told them that already, but we know we needed like to spend, I don't know, 100 billion euros with a supercomputer and stuff, yeah? And then we discovered the same thing, and many times modern science is like that, no? But anyway, so if there was any essence in phenomena, and it's true, our modern scientists, they're investigating the nature of phenomena, and it seems like the more they look, the less there is, no? And also they understand now that also the observer has an effect on the observed, no? So in many ways, like modern science, they're not exactly the same as Buddhism, or Hinduism, but something very similar is there, you know? Yeah, which is something very fascinating with modern science, no? Like physics, modern physics and things, yeah, modern. Yeah. So if there was any essence, any truly existing essence of phenomena, the Buddha and his disciples would have found it, is what he says, yeah? And it says, unchanging phenomena cannot achieve nirvana. Why? Because if you're unchanging, nothing would happen, yeah? It would be not possible to change, so you couldn't improve, yeah? Yeah, and even the wise are not without fabrications, yeah? Okay. So I'm not quite sure what that last line means, because it's in English. Maybe it means maybe it means that until you actually see things totally correctly, we still have mental projections, maybe, yeah, of dualistic reality, maybe is what it means, yeah. And then, okay, then he gives some other quotations saying, that is saying basically that, like it says in the sutra, say in the future that Buddha Maitreya will arrive, yeah, okay. But it says at that time, where will be the arrival of Maitreya? Because there is no truly existing arrival, yeah. And this is very, very typical of the Buddhist sutras if you actually read them. And I would suggest, by the way, now we're all in lockdown, we have more free time, yeah. And there's a project called 84,000 where they're translating the Buddhist sutras and tantras. It's on the internet if you write 84,000, yeah. So if you have some free time, yeah, in between Netflix and so on, you could get a sutra and read it, yeah. And this is very, very typical of the language of the sutras, yeah. There is no truly existent arrival. There is no truly existent going. There is no truly existent, well, anything, yeah, basically, yeah. And so at first it seems like they're speaking in riddles, but only because the Buddha is trying to show us that our mind is like, I don't know, like very limited, like, I don't know, like the first kind of computers, you know, like yes, no, like very, very, very basic, and it can't cope with much reality, yeah? So the Buddha's showing us all the time the limits of our perception, like very small, basically, yeah? To help us to get beyond, to see how things actually are, yeah? Okay? So, anyway, in summary, yeah, Lama Tsongkhapa says, it's not possible for the 3 time periods of past, present, and future to exist through their own characteristics, yeah, okay? Yeah. And, okay, so the past, that which is already gone, yeah? Or the present, that which has arisen but has not yet ceased, and the future, yeah? that which has not yet come, yeah, okay? Do not exist by their own truly existing characteristics, yeah? We're not saying there is no past, no present, no future, yeah? Because they do function in some way, at least in our fantasies, at least, yeah, okay? Seeing as the only one that's actually, we can only experience directly is the present, yeah? But he says, we should make our understanding of the two truths, absolute truth and conventional truth, stronger by thinking that they are they have no essence, yeah, they are empty of their own characteristics, yeah, which means that if we say, where is the past, yeah, so where is the past? It's not possible to point to or say anything which exactly is the past. The past is like a mental construct, yeah, okay. And in fact, it's entirely subjective, isn't it? And if you study history, yeah, the past is completely, all the time it's altering. It's not one thing, like, yeah. So we need to think about this. The future actually is just a fantasy. It's not arrived, yeah. Although when the causes and conditions, the future will arrive, yeah. Okay, but now it's not truly existing, yeah. The past is not truly existing, yeah. So if we continue to think about time, yeah, it's a very, very good example of the lack of inherent existence for phenomena. When we talk about the two truths, one is absolute truth, yeah, ultimate truth, yeah. And when we say ultimate, we don't mean ultimate in the sense of like I was saying, like our mind always wants to create like something that's truly there. So we don't mean ultimate in that sense. When we talk about ultimate, we mean the unfindability of phenomena, yeah, that's what's truly there, yeah, the lack of things, yeah, which is why Lama Caroline Rinpoche always called it space training, because if you look and look and look and look for time or elements or anything, yeah, all you can find is an absence, space, yeah, yeah, which does not affirm anything else, yeah, okay, and we have a lot of fancy names for that, like it's a non-affirming negation and all this kind of stuff, but Rinpoche simply said there is a space, yeah. We need to look for something, we can't find it, there is a space. That space means what we thought was there is not there, okay? Yeah, yeah, space training, yeah? And Rinpoche talks a lot about that in NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 3, okay? Yeah. Conventional truth, what we call conventional truth, actually the actual word is truth, is a truth for somebody who has an obscured mind, i.e. me or you, yeah? What's our mind obscured by? It's obscured by ignorance, by this like mental defect. We have a broken mental computer, so every moment of our experience, no, it's projecting that things exist from their own side. It's like something wrong, yeah? Like I say, if it was a computer, we would ask for our money back and get a new one, but unfortunately we can't, yeah? By the time we realized there was something wrong with it, it was out of guarantee, yeah? But anyway, the Lord Buddha and also Lama Caroline Rinpoche, he left us all the instruction manuals called the Dharma, yeah? So what we have to do is put the Dharma into practice and fix our own broken mental computer, yeah? Okay, and so, like I said, Jetsun Milarepa, amongst other famous Buddhist masters, yeah? He said, I don't need a book, although I would say actually, we do need this book, actually, honestly. This is definitely one book you should read in your lifetime, if possible, yeah? So beautiful, yeah? But he said, everything I look at that shows me reality, lights, clocks, food, the sun, the moon, everything, yeah? Okay, plants growing, water flowing, yeah? Everything, he said, everything's my book, everything's my teacher, but that was Milarepa, okay? But anyway, we'll do our best, yes. And yes, we do need more space training, and bit by bit we try and get there, yeah? We need to overcome this, we call it dualistic projection of our own minds, yeah? The root of our own suffering, yeah? But bit by bit we can do, why not, yeah? In fact, really, what else is there to do in lockdown, really, you know? But practice the Dharma, yeah? So, Self-Healing 2. It says, bless me to realize the year is the Shambhala King, but which year? Because is it 2021 or is it 2564 or many other calendars, no? Or is it, I think this next year is, what is it? It's an ox year, no? is it the year of the ox, yeah? And so on and so on, yeah? Many years, yeah? Years are also mental constructs, no? Bless me to realize that 24 solar and lunar months are his 24 ministers, yeah? Again, the days, no? Are there 360 days or are there 365 days, yeah? Depends on which calendar. It's all relative, yeah? Also the days of the week, no? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on, yeah? I mean, honestly, like, who says when it starts, really? Why are we so convinced that today is Tuesday, yeah? Okay. Today is Mars Day, only because somehow we decided that one point was, okay, Sunday, yeah? But this is all like our mental construction, isn't it, yeah? Which is why Manjushri, the Bodhisattva, the Buddha of emptiness, a dependent arising, is the Lord of astrology and astronomy and all these things, yeah? Of calendars, yeah? Because when we look at time and calendars and clocks and all this, we should think everything's empty of inherent existence, yeah? Okay, of course, relatively it's useful, yeah? Because, like, for example, we need to know when to get together to meet, no? And this kind of thing, yeah? But really, we look behind, like, where is it? Yeah, it's just a convention, you know, not truly existing from its own side, yeah, okay? So, and the hours and the seconds are their powerful weapons, yeah? So, may we become free from linear time, yeah, past, present, and future, and at least this concept of a truly existent past, a truly existent present, and a truly existent future. Experience the past, present, and future in the eternal now, which means as Lama Tsongkhapa said, as he pointed out, the only one we can ever truly existent is what we have now. Experience is what we have now, yeah? So that's the eternal, that's why he said the eternal now, yeah? Not that the now never changes, but that's what we have, yeah? Yeah? And in this way, can we dance in the sphere of timelessness, yeah? Okay? So it doesn't mean that conventionally there's no time, but we can use time as a symbol to understand how things work, how things function, yeah? So lucky, no? Yeah? So interesting, yeah? So when you look at your, do you actually have a watch anymore? Like, we old people, we still have watches, yeah? Okay? When you look at your watch, yeah? Who knows, maybe watches will come back in fashion, yeah? And you look at your watch and think, oh, what time is it? Rinpoche used to say this, now is peace time, now is Kala Chakra time, yeah? Okay? So we look at the watch and there is the Dharma teaching. Things are empty of inherent existence, things are dependent arising, yeah? So it's not just, oh, I'm late, I'm stressed, I need a coffee. No, but we have to think, oh, this is a symbol of reality, yeah? Here is, like Milarepa said, there is the Dharma teaching, okay? Yeah, or if you're more not if you're a more young person, you can have or is it not that one? Let's see. You can have what's it, like a clock on your computer, yeah? Okay. I don't know if you can see, I've got like a kind of sun clock on mine, yeah. So you can, if you're a modern person, you have your clock on your smartphone, no? Okay. Anyway, when you look there, also it's Sen, no? Even more so, in fact, where is it? Yeah. Yeah. It's a dependent arising, isn't it? Where is the time? Very easy to see that it's not truly there, yeah? Okay. Meant is a construction, yeah? Okay. But relatively, it's useful, okay? So anyway, where we become free from linear time and experience the past, present, and future in the eternal now and dance in the time of timelessness. So beautiful, yeah? So interesting, yeah? You know, so actually I must say also for me, actually, to go through Rinpoche's teachings, it's so good, no? I mean, it's not that we haven't done this before. By the way, if anybody's interested, there's this, it says commentary on Tantric Self-Healing. Okay, this is the Spanish edition, which I have. I'm in Spain now. This is the one I've got, yeah? But we also have that in English, and we have in Italian and Portuguese, yeah? So actually, we already make one commentary on self-healing, which how we did is that for many, many years, Rinpoche gave beautiful teachings on self-healing, no? And then, like, people like me and Sharon and so on, we go around, we record him, we write things down, and then we kind of, this commentary, no? Which in the Portuguese edition of self-healing is together, yeah? We sort of put together sort of like some of what Rinpoche said, what we thought was like really good on each subject, what we could collect together and make this little booklet, yeah? So now it's like we're going through again, yeah? looking up, because Rinpoche said so many incredible, beautiful things, no? So also for me, it's super good to go through all the teachings and think more about all these things. Like I say, for years I was wondering about this, but of course, if we look in Lama Tsongkhapa, yeah, here's a commentary on Nagarjuna's root stanzas on the middle way. We understand how we can become free of linear time, experience the past, present, and future in the eternal now, and dance in the sphere of timelessness. So it's not just like some kind of poetry or something like this. Actually, it's really, really deep, yeah? Yeah, so we need to think a lot and also practice, yeah? And another thing I was thinking about Rinpoche's self-healing too, no? Like Rinpoche always said that he put everything in there like a prayer, you know? So Rinpoche, he had this very kind of Indian way, you know? Why? Because in his other life he was Mahasiddha, no? He was Lakshminkara one life, and he was Dharikapi, yeah? So he had this kind of feeling, yeah? Also in this life, no? He lived in India for many years, yeah? So it's a bit like the Doha tradition of it. I don't know if you must have heard of this, no? It's like spiritual singing, no? So this Doha tradition, this spiritual singing from our Mahasiddha tradition, actually it's continued in what's called the Bowel tradition in India today, yeah? Where still they sing all their spiritual teaching is by singing, yeah? So inside the song is all the teaching, yeah? So I was thinking today, it would be so beautiful if somebody could make this into a song, yeah? I put it to music, yeah, okay? Because it's somehow it's like that. It's very similar to like Mahasiddha type singing, yeah? So I don't think it's like some kind of boring praying or something like this, yeah, okay? And we have this kind of feeling, no? It's like so beautiful. It's like also with gusto, with feeling, yeah? And Rinpoche was the singing Lama, wasn't he, yeah? So if anybody would like to try and put Rinpoche's, any of Rinpoche's words to music, anything he said from self-healing too, please do, yeah? He would have been super happy. He always encouraged us to do things like that. So please, anybody who likes, please continue. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so if there's no questions on that, I'll go on to the next section, which is the outer Shambhala Mandala. Okay. Yeah. So what we've been talking about till now is in my book it's page 78 to page 80, yeah? Astrological level of Kala Chakra, yeah? As a way to overcome interferences. And the greatest way to overcome interference is to understand the nature of reality, because then no problem soha, as Rinpoche used to say. If we understand reality, there are no problems, yeah? So that's the key, really, yeah? Problems don't exist, yeah? They're not truly existing, yeah? It's only because we're seeing things in a particular way that we suffer, yeah? Okay? So, getting old, what problem? Yeah? Dying, what problem, yeah? And so on, as Rinpoche would say, no? Yeah? No problem soha. So, when in the 80s, and I wasn't there in the 80s, I was there in the 90s, no? When people used to come to see Rinpoche, no? Hundreds and hundreds of people would come to see Rinpoche with many kinds of problems, I don't know, their business, their health, their family, all kinds of things, yeah? And many times Rinpoche would just say, no problem, soha, yeah? Which is true, it's complete right, you know? But also, what we can actually understand, because, okay, maybe all this very high stuff is a little far away, no? But Rinpoche used to say, no problem, soha. Just say that, Muni Muni Maha Muni Shaki Muni Soha. You're not alone. You have spiritual company. Buddha is with you every moment. No problem soha, yeah? And then most people, most of their problem was gone immediately when they understood that. Also, it's true also for us, no? So in astrology, no? When we start to study astrology, so interesting, but then we discover so many problems we didn't know, yeah? That we had, yeah? But remember, everything's only dependent arising, and finally, no problem soha, yeah? So we can use astrology and astronomy and time and calendars, yeah? As a symbol of emptiness, yeah? So when we look at all those things, we don't need to think, I've got more problems. We think, okay, everything has two truths. Everything is empty of inherent existence. Everything is a dependent arising. No problem soha. Om ye dhamma hetu prabhava hetan teshin tathagata hyewa data teshin chayo niroda. Evam vadi mahasramanaye soha. Om, all phenomena depend on causes and conditions. The Tathagata, the great Shramana, the great wanderer, understood the cause of all phenomena and their cessation. Soha. Okay. Then, as Rinpoche said, maybe then big problems become small problems, then they disappear. Om, no problem. Soha. Yeah. So that's what we have to think and try and do. Now we have a good chance, because better not to read the news now, but if we, better try and integrate the actual idea of Buddhism in our minds, no? Okay, so let's have a look. Huh? Okay, no questions. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying, somebody says it'd be a good idea to, yes, be a very good idea to make more songs, no? Actually, one thing I have to do at the moment, actually, is Rinpoche, he asked me to translate Tagpu Dorji Chan. He write a collection, very high Lama, yeah. Tagpu Dorji Chan is the Lama, so important Lama in our tradition. He was the guru of Pabonka Rinpoche, yeah, okay. Kyabje Pabonka Rinpoche Dorji Chan, the famous Pabonka Rinpoche, yeah. So Tagpu Dorji Chan, he was the one who make the Chittamani Tara practice, because he had direct vision of Tara, okay, like directly, like one person to another. Also, our practice of the protector, Vajra Vegavan, is from him, yeah, because he went to Tushita and saw direct, like all the mandalas we have in the Rinpoche Labrang of all the protectors and things. This is based on the visions of Tagpu Dorji Chan, okay? So such an important Lama, really visionary, great Lama, yeah, okay? And many other incredible practices that we do, yeah. So he wrote a collection of songs, kind of like Doha, yeah, 30 spiritual songs. And one of the last things that Rinpoche, in February, no? When I got back from Borobudur, no, and I asked Rinpoche, I said, is there anything you'd like me to do, Rinpoche? Anything, I'd like me to translate? He said, yes. He said, please, you translate this collection of songs of Tagpu Dorji Chan, his Vajra songs, yeah? He said, this will be very important for our new temple, yeah? So, okay, so I'm going to do this, of course. But then actually what we need to do is, we need people to learn, I don't know, either find a Tibetan Lama who knows the melodies, yeah, possible, we hope. It's still one who knows, yeah, somewhere. If not, we have to make the song, yeah, the melody, okay? We have to learn how to sing them, yeah, okay? So that's another job that we need to do. Actually, Rinpoche request, he said, we have to sing these songs of Tagpu Dorji Chan for the inauguration of the Temple of Heaven on Earth, okay, in Albaniano, okay? So we have many things to do together, okay? Which is all this is fulfilling Rinpoche La wish, okay? So please, anybody who's interested in that, please, Carmen and Simone and the Peace Voices, yeah? Actually, Peace Voice is quite a big group, actually. You talk with them, yeah? Yeah? And that'd be super nice, yeah? I think Roberta's saying something. Roberta from Albaniana, she's saying, most of the time, I was going to speak with Rinpoche about my problems, and then just seeing him, I was forgetting why I was there, pure emptiness. Yeah, me too. many times I had the same experience too. I used to, completely forget my problem, which of course is better, no? Yeah. I think many of us had that experience, no? Yeah. But I think anyway, now the thing is that, okay, Rinpoche is still with us, just in another form, yeah? And that's another reason why we could do this retreat, no? Of the 5 fathers, the 5 mothers together, yeah? Because Rinpoche asked us for 25 years, so embarrassing, no? For 25 years, Rinpoche asked us to do this retreat, yeah? To do 100,000 mantras of each Buddha, and we didn't do because we were so interested in all the other beautiful things he was showing us. So I think this would also be a very nice tendril and dependent arising for Rinpoche to come back, no? If he sees, oh yes, they're all doing my not just thinking about it, actually practicing self-healing, then I think it'd be very super nice, no? So I think that would be very good, no? Yeah, anyway, so like that, yeah? Okay, I think I'm not going to go on to the next section today because no point. I will do a start on Thursday, yeah? Otherwise, too much, yeah? Okay, I've just remembered another question that actually, many times Cozy asked me. She said, what's the difference between Gulu and Jalu, illusory body and rainbow body? Why? Because many times I said no. After Rinpoche went into the Paranirvana, yeah, and we saw all those rainbows and all kinds of special things. I said, oh, this is Rinpoche in his illusory body or Rinpoche in his rainbow body. Then Cozy, she asked me many times, what is the difference between Gulu and Jalu, okay? So, okay, like I said, I'm not expert on these because I unfortunately have neither of them, but I can tell you a little bit about it from what I know, you know. But I mean, the one who knows is somebody like Rinpoche who has them now. But Gulu, illusory body, is something you get through the practice of, for example, the further tantras like Guhya Samadhya, yeah? And so I have to say it's like the purification of the pranas within the body. So what happens is that in the here in the heart chakra, we have the very subtle wind and the very subtle mind, yeah, okay. And normally we say this is like the actual us, and this is the rest of us is like the guest house, yeah. And that when we pass away, yeah, when we die, when our body leaves us, this part of us, yeah, it carries on to the next life, okay, yeah. So now, for most of us, this wind, yeah, this like 5 pranas, the 5 elements, yeah, and the 5 consciousnesses are constant. The very, very subtle form is in our heart chakra here, and it's kind of like something formless, like an energy, okay. But gradually, with training, which is why we do these practices, for example, through the practice of Guhya Samadhya, yeah, then gradually this starts to take a form, yeah, it takes the form of a Buddha, a white Buddha, yeah, okay. And so then at the time of death, this one just carries on. It's like this one is the real you and is actually kind of immortal in the sense that it's not decaying like the physical body. The physical body comes and goes, you know. And this is exactly what His Holiness Kyabje Trijang Chogtrul Rinpoche said to us, you know. After Rinpoche passed away, he said, the Guru's holy body comes and goes, you know. But, you know, but this one doesn't, you know, yeah. You know, the Guru's mind is always with us, you know. And so it's like in Self-Healing 3, no, Rinpoche explains very many, like when we do self-healing, we do this now, like everybody used to laugh, yeah. This is the Garuda Mudra, okay, like, yeah. The Garuda is the king of the birds, yeah. So the Garuda has this special characteristic that when it's in the egg, it's training, doing its like gymnastics, yeah. So when it breaks through the shell, it just flies up into the sky and never comes down, yeah. So Rinpoche always said that this was a symbol of the illusory body, that we look like everybody else, yeah, okay. And you then gradually through the practice of the further tantras like Guhya Samadhya, this one here, it transforms from a kind of like blob of space, yeah, okay, a shapeless thing into like a form of like a white being, yeah, white Buddha, yeah, okay, which you then train. And anyway, and so when the body leaves, yeah, when you die, yeah, okay, this one continues, yeah. And in the Guhya Samadhya, this is one of the things that they mean actually by this Gulu. I want to show you a picture actually, yeah. I don't know if you can see, yeah. Can you see that picture there? I don't know if you can see. Can you see that? Can you see there's like a white person, yeah, in the center of this man's chest, this yogi's chest, yeah, okay. So this is the Gulu, the illusory body, okay. So it means like this. So inside the ordinary looking person, inside is this deathless body, yeah. So when many times I said, oh, you know, Rinpoche in the past life when he was actually many times actually, but like when he was at Panchen Zanpotash, he achieved this Gulu. That means, yeah. So that means then death is like changing the car, yeah, okay. That the real, let's say the real one, yeah, is the driver somehow is here, yeah. And then when the car is too old, no, just get another one, yeah. So we believe that the great Lama master of our lineage is like this, okay. Not just believe, we have some signs that this is true, no, okay. So that's one way of explaining, yeah, okay, the Gulu, yeah. So that's one thing, yeah. Then many times I was saying like Jalu, like rainbow body. So rainbow body is the what you get if you practice, for example, Vajrayogini Tantra, yeah, okay? So it's like your body, finally, through all kinds of incredible practices, it dissolves into like a rainbow of like a rainbow light, yeah. So it's like the actual physicality. I mean, don't ask me how this happens because I've never had the experience, but it does truly happen, yeah. And so the physical body of the practitioner becomes more subtle, yeah. The elements kind of dissolve into light. So, and Rinpoche's guru, yeah, Kachin Zopala, yeah, who was one of the abbots of Tashi Lumpo Monastery in India, yeah. He famously had no shadow, and Rinpoche, it's true, yeah, he did not have a shadow, yeah. Rinpoche made us follow him around in the sunlight and see if it was true, and it's true, he didn't have a shadow, yeah. And that is the only person in my life I ever saw without a shadow. And Rinpoche said that's because he actually had this rainbow body, yeah, okay. So even though he looked like a kind of nice, kind, friendly old lama, he actually had this quality of the rainbow body of Dojin Aljomo, yeah. So anyway, so the rainbow body is that one, okay? So also in our Buddhist tradition, so from the father tantras is coming what we call the gyulu, okay? From the mother tantras is coming the rainbow body, yeah, okay? So like I say, precisely the difference between the rainbow body and the illusory body, I don't know because I unfortunately haven't got one yet. I hope very soon to get one, or both of them. But anyway, till now I haven't got one myself, but this is what I know about the subject, yeah? So anyway, so like that, yeah. So actually, in the histories of Rinpoche's past life, he's achieved both of them, yeah. Okay, rainbow and gyulu, jalu, and because Rinpoche was also one of the 25 disciples of Padmasambhava, yeah. So all the 25 disciples of Padmasambhava, they achieved the rainbow body, yeah. And once you've got one, yeah. Okay, it's not like it kind of wears out or anything, yeah. And Rinpoche was the disciple of Gedendra, the first Dalai Lama, when he was Panchen Zampotashi, you know? Yeah. And so in that lifetime, he achieved the gyulu, the illusory body. So that also doesn't wear out. So anyway, so I hope that's some kind of clarification on the subject, yeah? Like I say, I'm not an expert, but anyway, this is what I can tell you at the moment, yeah? Okay. Anyway, thank you all very much for listening, yeah? We will continue on Thursday. No, we'll continue with all this beautiful teaching of Rinpoche. So nice, no, so beautiful. Yeah? And we'll now make the dedication prayers. Yeah, let me just find my book here. Where is it? Got so many books here. And so anybody who's interested in this idea of doing all this self-healing practice together, it doesn't matter where we are in the world, we can all do it together. So maybe you start to think, okay, you know, I'd like to do, and I'm saying now because maybe you need to make some arrangement in your life, yeah? I don't know what you might need, maybe cancel your subscription to Netflix. No, I'm joking. We can watch Netflix as well. There's no problem, yeah? Got time for everything, especially if we apply Kala Chakra time. You know, we have 30 hours in the day, so that's good. We have another 6 hours a day, so no problem, yeah? Okay. Sure, we can do everything, yeah? Okay. Okay, so let's go to, where is it? Okay, I'm using this book, this beautiful book, the combined NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing booklet, which we recently brought out now in Albaniano. Oh yeah, another good announcement. In Albaniano, for many, many years, we had this idea to make an app, yeah, where inside you could download like all the sadhanas, the books, the videos and everything. And now they're actually doing it, yeah. So very soon, you'll be all pleased to know you'll be able to have like an app on your computer or your iPad or tablet or phone, yeah, where you can like electronically download all these sadhanas and practices and songs and everything. So that'd be like super, super nice, yeah. Actually, I was thinking as well that would be really, really good because, I mean, for example, now we're doing self-healing too, no teachings, and it's on YouTube, which of course is wonderful, which is what Rinpoche said, you know, this is for everybody in the world can listen. However, Rinpoche also said we don't need to say everything to everybody, no? Yeah, not because there's anything wrong with what we say, but because in our tradition, some things kind of more, I don't know, high things need to some time to, anyway, need some preparation, no? Through the Bodhisattva path, tantric vows and so on. So I was thinking, like, maybe in the future now, when we do the commentaries on Guya Samadja and Yamantaka and all these things, we can do through the app. I think that would be much more suitable in the future. And like, of course, the more like public teachings of like, actually we have a lot now, Self-Healing 2 and Make Peace of the Environment and the medicine book and Tantric Self-Healing 3, which will take about 5 years. Of course, these ones we can put on YouTube, and also it's nice, no? And the ones that need to be like the more kind of so-called restricted teachings we can do through the app. I think that would be the best thing, Anyway, so that's just one nice news that I heard today. So that will be ready soon. So that'll be good, no? And of course, it will be multilingual. So don't worry, it will be in Spanish and Italian and Portuguese and any other language. But of course, we probably need help for translators. So if you're interested, please contact Peace Publications. Please contact Albaniano if you're interested to help with translation. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm on page 113 in my books, English, no? Combined NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, NgalSo Dedication Prayers. Anyway, they're all kind of the same, no? The NgalSo Dedication Prayers, no? It's easy, no? So we can do that together, Okay, this first one, it says prayer for the long life of the great masters. So many great masters, of our Gandaningo tradition. Also, of course, Lama Michel Rinpoche, and even though Rinpoche's future life is not born yet, we hope for a long life for his future life, And we will try and create all the conditions for Rinpoche to come back as quickly as possible, So for all great masters, Jesolame kutserab tenchi nankatrin lechuchu gyepadan los antempe dromesa sungi roe mun saheltatu negyuchi. Short succession Guru Yoga. Lama Conchoson la Kyapsuchi Rani la Sadonil Sonecho Donacho Sonyecho Dadando Gecho Hokundu Jishindro Dunje. To the Guru and 3 jewels I go for refuge. Visualizing myself as Vajrasattva, holding Vajra and bell, I uphold all the dharmas of Sutra and Tantra, refrain from all misconduct, gather all virtuous dharmas, and with the forgiving benefit my greaters. So it's the 6-session Guru, the vows of the 5 supreme healers, very, very short way, and most essential way. Also, Rinpoche always used to say this is about astrology, making peace with time, because 6 sessions means every 4 hours, Okay, so we have many interesting biorhythms. We'll talk about that one time, Shambhala dedication. Dona disonanka geweso jine sapane hinyududa nobo banso shambhala gene la mehelangirin patashisho. In short, by the collection of white virtues I've gathered here, may this world transform into Shambhala, the treasury of jewels. May we complete the stages of the path of highest yoga tantra. So don't worry, if you want to go to another pure land, like let's say Kyajura or something, or it's like a bit like the European Union, they're all connected, all these places. So don't worry, if you get to one pure land, you can get to all the rest of them. No problema. Okay? So Nimo dele sendele, nime kuhoyandele shin, nin sentatu dele pe, concho sungi jingi lo, concho sungi nedruso, concho sungi tashisho. At dawn or dusk, at night or midday, may the 3 jewels grant us their blessings. May they help us to achieve all realizations and sprinkle the path of our lives with various signs of auspiciousness. Mihikme sewe te chen chen rezi prime kempe wampo jampelya dupu mahaluhu Jomse samweda ganchen kepe sugye sonkapa lozan drape Shabla Sowade. Okay, so see you in what's not yet to come, which is Thursday. Okay, see you all soon. Love you all. Bye.